Houston Texans.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
You look at this Steeler defense.
Yeah, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Play action. Stroud now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
All right. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne.
They're going to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carroll. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
That's over the middle into the hands of Noel.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And Stroud now to throw.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Carroll. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Well, he forced this throw, nearly intercepted in the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fortunately, no turnover, but it is 4th down.
Why, Tony? Oh, ready?
Stroud to throw it. He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Boston, the man in motion left. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Howard.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
Jalen Noel deep for Houston.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
Absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here,
This is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Stroud off the play fake. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Here's Stroud. Caught here, right side, no.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Now Stroud.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Texans.
Throwing now is Stroud. Now he's going to step up and run. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Stroud.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Christian Kirk, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
14. Steelers nothing.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carroll. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carroll. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Up the middle they go. It's Carroll trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but
you don't want
too.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air one out. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards. And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, still a long way to go in the season, we know that, but as it stands, these are your top 2 seeds in the AFC. So I ask you, is this a potential AFC championship preview?
Brandon, I need you to get me a fence and a saddle because I'm about to ride that bad boy, because I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. Maybe we could look at like 3 games a weekend and say, this could be an AFC championship preview.
Ready? 18. What's that?
Quick throw to Collins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
On the quick, right?
Now a handoff up the middle. Carroll. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here we go. Let's go. 118. What's that?
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 118. What's that?
Another toe for ETN. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Howard. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter,
They almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down.
Stroud.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here goes Stroud again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, no more. 19 Texas. Look the hot.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Why, Tony?
On 3rd down, it's Carroll. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
18. 11.
Looking to throw. Stroud. That's to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. It's Carroll.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Stroud out of the gun here.
And he's caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Travis Etienne
from 13 yards out.
And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
That's caught. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 11.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Up the middle, Johnson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right in midfield at the 50.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
This one into the hands of Metcalf.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brings up second and 8 at the Texans' 48-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 8.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Howard.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
That's another Steelers first down.
Looking to throw. Howard. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Howard.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
ETN up the middle. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings, the things that you have to do.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year.
And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7.
Makes the score Texans 35, Steelers 7.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. They give up the middle to Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. On first down, Carroll. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
103 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
On the quick.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carroll. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carroll. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more